There's a very familiar camper in my driveway. And some familiar friends here in it. He loves Snuggles.
It's okay.
Gary, now that you've pet him, you'll never lose him.
Good now.
You have a best friend now. Here's Miss Beautiful Meg Holler. We've got the Hollars here with us tonight.
It's good to be back.
Lovely surprise. I know last time you were here,
it was brown.
It was brown.
And dead.
I actually realized today, Maya's like, oh, the Hollars will be here in a couple of hours. So I was like, oh my God, it occurred to me you were gonna get to see my garden.
I know, it's so green.
Super pumped. Gary, son. He's like, love me. Okay, there you go. There you go. So Gary had to come and make his name known in the garden since Kitten George was getting all the attention.
Totally.
Well, let's go take a look at her.
Yes, I'm excited.
For those of you who don't know who Meg is, Meg and Ben Holler are good friends of ours. We met through the YouTube homesteading community.
Yep.
They actually very recently took that camper and their 4 really awesome kids and went all over the US and in search of a homestead. Settled in North Carolina.
Yes.
Finally found a property.
Yes, finally.
Had to go back to California and get their stuff.
Yes.
And they're passing through here on their way home. So if you're not already following them, definitely go give them a follow. They have a beautiful channel and family, and we were so honored that they were going to have some time to stop and eat dinner with us.
I wish it was longer. But
me too, but I know y'all are excited.
We are.
To get home to their new place. I'm excited to watch that unfold for sure.
Which beans are these?
They're called just purple potted green,
Oh,
like they're
cool.
like a green bean, but look, I've got babies.
Oh, that's so
Aren't
tiny.
they so cute? I mean, I don't know if it's just gardeners. I imagine everybody looks at tiny little baby plant things and say, oh, it's so cute, but I think it's, I don't know. How could you look at that and not call it cute?
I love tiny green beans.
They're so cute. So this was covered in peas.
Okay.
This whole thing, and I didn't want it to be completely naked, so the places where the peas hadn't come in thick, we came and stuck beans, and I just pulled the peas off yesterday, and now I have beans.
Nice.
And so I've actually put rattlesnake beans in all the rest of the holes, so I'm really pleased with this.
Great.
And then here's the nasturtiums we had with dinner.
Oh, those were so good.
Yeah.
I love
We
those.
had that on our salad. We actually just ate dinner. It was delicious, and we actually just got the first hog that we've raised back.
It was so good.
From being processed. So that was really, really cool. Eventually we will be processing our own meat, but we're not there yet. We're just learning so much of this stuff. And so that was a pretty cool moment to cook a plate of food that was so largely produced on our property. It's a really cool
It was
milestone.
delicious.
And it was awesome to get to share it with our friends. My tomatoes need water. Normally I would be watering them this evening, but it's supposed to rain starting tomorrow, so I'm just gonna let them go. They're not miserable, they're just curling a little bit. Oh, look at that big old blossom. Sometimes I let them go, but mostly I pick these. Don't need no funky huge tomatoes.
This is massive.
I know. That grew from last year, I guess. I didn't even have borage in this bed last year, so.
That's borage though.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
I love the stars.
They're my
The way they look like stars. Here's some more little baby beans. They're so cute. So I haven't shot my garden tour yet this weekend, and so now I'm showing you guys things that I was waiting to show you, but I'm just excited. Look, my chamomile is open. That's the Zloty Lan is the variety of chamomile. This is actually called multiflora. Do you see how there's like a billion flowers all together? And I don't know which one this is. I think this is probably Barry's Crazy Cherry from Wild Boar Farms, but I have another one too called Reverend Michael Keys, but they're both multiflora. And then there's also black cherry comes in multiflora. And so it'll have like these clusters of cherries all together, which is really neat. Now this is the hot buttered, it's called, no, hot biscuits is what it's called.
hot biscuit.
Which a girl had this at a plant sale, and I was like, hot biscuits, yes please. And it got pretty ate on by some bugs when it was little, but it's looks like it's making a strong recovery. It's very satisfying to grow because it grew fast. And here, I love zinnias. It's one of my favorite flowers to grow. And this is the Queen Lime line that Baker Creek started this year. And they've got like the Red Heart Queen Lime. I think that's the orange Queen Lime. I don't know. But this is a mix of them. It's going to be really pretty. This is a variety called Teaspoon. No, that's not. Hold on. Right down here. This is a variety called Teaspoon.
Oh, they're so cute.
See how tiny they are? And that's how big they get.
That's
like,
it?
They'll turn red like that. And it's weird, like feel the stalk of that. It doesn't even feel like a tomato plant.
No, it doesn't.
Like it's super smooth.
Yeah,
it doesn't have any hairs on it. It's so really wild.
Cute.
Yeah. A girl gave me these seeds. Like she sent them to me in a swap a few, like years ago on Instagram. And I've been growing them. I think it's called Post Office Teaspoon, but I've not seen them for sale really anywhere. Meg the cat whisperer. They just came. Surrounded
cats. That's like first order of business, besides chickens, is cats.
Yeah. So heading back to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then revealing your place.
Yes.
So
that's gonna be fun.
Everybody that's been following you, they haven't seen your place yet. So
yeah, we've barely seen our place.
I know. You guys have to go discover it.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. So that's gonna be there, and then obviously you got to get the house situation worked out.
Yes. That'll be a process for sure.
That was, I think, the most excruciating thing when we moved in here, because this was a foreclosure.
Yeah.
It was wrecked. Like, it was completely unlivable when we moved in. All of the systems were stripped, like no working anything.
Oh.
And so, and we needed to do some like grading and stuff because it flooded.
Right.
So we moved in. We had to do tons of work to move in. And it was like April when we moved in, and by August, I couldn't do a garden.
Right.
I couldn't get any animals. We had no infrastructure. And in August, okay, this is don't do like me. This is the lesson, okay? So in August, after moving in here, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I had wanted chickens my entire life.
Yeah.
And here I had a house with acres. And so literally one random afternoon, I just lost my mind. And this guy, it was August. I didn't know anything about chickens. I didn't know that getting chickens in the end of August means you're gonna have to brood them into the cold weather.
Yeah.
Just didn't know.
Yeah.
And here he was selling them for $1
Oh
each.
no!
And there were these little baby chicks.
How many chickens did you get?
31.
What?
31 Rhode Island Reds.
Oh my god!
I brought them home in a cardboard box. We didn't have heat lamps. We didn't have any. I know.
Oh no.
Jeremiah, still to this day, whenever I see a great deal on an animal and I'm like, oh, but look, he's like, Rhode Island Reds. Yeah, I don't get to make the choice to bring home animals anymore. I make very reckless. Jeremiah's like, you can get plants, like
plants are fine,
not animals. So I am excited to see you get chickens at your property, but I know you will do it with much more wisdom.
I don't know about that. Maybe not. Because I'm very excited for chickens again.
Well,
I miss my chickens.
We're gonna see a new video of you at the thumbnail. It's gonna be Ben looking like, what the crap?
And all of my chickens around
with a big box full of. So you've wanted chickens for a while.
Yes.
And you like have missed your chickens and you want that. I know you have a chicken calendar.
I do.
For your chickens in your RV. What else? Like the garden? I know you're like aching for that.
Yes, I miss my garden so much. And that's like thing number one.
Yeah. Is
garden and chickens. But definitely making space for the garden and just working that out. I really want to plant an orchard.
Yes.
And I know like trees are one of those things you have to get in early. So we're hoping to do that fairly soon, if possible. And yeah, just like living on it and seeing what's there and where we can put things and what would work best. And
yes.
Maybe some goats.
Maybe just a few little goats.
Just a few. Like 31.
Now, we were talking about their goals and kind of just talking about homestead goals. Of course, we're 5 years in here on this property. They had a urban or suburban homestead. Suburban homestead in California. So they have experience starting this. But we were talking about like, what are your goals? And Ben's like, oh, we just want to grow all of our food. I'm like, that's a good place to start. That's a good goal. Well, I love though when we had this conversation because we're so on the same page. Like when you want to grow your own food, put your garden in.
Yes.
Get your perennials in, get fruit trees in. That's something that like I wish we had done better. We put trees in as soon as we moved in, but that ended up being where the goats were, so they all ended up getting killed. But like, get that stuff in first and grow your garden. You can grow so much food.
Oh yeah.
For so much less investment in the garden rather than going straight into animals.
Yeah.
I think that when people want food sustainability and they're like, I want to have a homestead, and they go straight into animals, I think it's just so much easier to get burnt out.
Oh yeah.
And it can be expensive.
It's so much more work. Well, you figure a packet of seeds is what? Maybe $2 at the most.
Right. And the thing is too, with animals, whenever you mess up, they die.
Right.
You know, when you kill your when you kill your plants, it's just kind of like, well, okay, I can try again next time. But I mean, like, you screw up with animals, it's a much heftier price to pay. So I don't know. Starting with the garden is brilliant.
Yeah, way easier.
Yeah. This plant has been so fussy. See how curled it is? Like the other ones are not like that. Even when it's freshly watered, it does this. Yeah. It's called Fahrenheit Blues.
Oh, really?
It's like a dark blue cherry. And both plants are like that. So I don't know if it's the variety, if it doesn't like the heat, or what the deal is. But it's, I mean, it otherwise seems healthy.
Yeah.
It doesn't
green.
have,
it's
yeah,
not
it's
colored
green.
Weird.
It doesn't have spots. I don't know. It's been that way since it's been in. Whenever the Hollars came through in December, they were actually here with us for Christmas. Yeah. And Bang was like, you were so ashamed of your garden in December because it was just like, it looked like I was growing trellises, growing cattle panels. Yeah, it was just brown. And so as soon as people come back through the spring, I'm like, oh yes, come on, I gotta show you my garden. You're proud of your garden.
Oh yes.
I mean, it's like your baby.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, I grew this. Okay. So it's very cool how much pride you can take in something that you work really hard on, but really is not your design at all. You know, like, I did not make these seeds grow, but they want to grow.
But you'll take credit.
I'll take credit. I made the area for them to grow. I regularly have to collect mugs for my garden. All right, guys, we are about to go back inside because actually right now while we are filming this, Maya and Ben are live with y'all inside.
Neglecting.
Yeah, so we will go talk to you now. And then you'll see this tomorrow. We bless y'all. Until next time.